Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to a WrestleMania 37 review video. I did enjoy WrestleMania 37. I thought it was pretty good. I did already kind of talk on one of the matches, the match containing Tamina. I still stand strongly by my statements. Tamina should have won. And she should have had her WrestleMania moment. I don't think, first off, it shouldn't have taken her this long to have a WrestleMania moment. And second, she shouldn't have lost. So I'm just going to get that out my system before I get into this video. But anyways, they call it WrestleMania Backlash? What is this? What's this all about? WrestleMania Backlash. Why are they calling it that? That's weird. I'm on Wikipedia right now because it's much more it's just overall easier to read when I'm on Wikipedia. So anyways, for those that didn't know, it was a 2-night event, April 10th and April 11th. First event was good. Second event, I think it got like mixed reviews because a lot of people didn't like some of the matches. I overall think that they should maybe switch the events around because me personally, like night one should have been night two, and then night two should have been night one. Because I think then one of the matches, it would have had to been like one of the matches or two of the matches from both nights would have had to been switched in order for that to work. But I think night one was a tad bit more interesting than night two. It was just seemed like that more had happened, and overall it was like everybody they killed it on night one. It was just with night two, it was like those are like regular. That seemed like night two seemed like it could have been like a backlash event or something, like an event that didn't, like the first night could have just been the whole WrestleMania, and I think people would have been happy with that. So I think that whoever did the writing on night two, a few of the matches is okay, but then some of them was like, that's why I think a lot of people are giving night two mixed reviews. But starting off with night one. And by the way, I just love the fact that the fans came back. So that was probably the highlight for me, at least, just seeing the fans and stuff. Like, I know due to the circumstances on why fans couldn't have been there since 2019, bro. Like, it's just crazy to think that. But anyways, no, it was like the last event was in 2020 where fans was able to be there. But talking on WrestleMania, but I'm just overall happy that the fans came back. So anyways, let's start off with the first match. Bobby Lashley going up against Drew McIntyre. That match just seemed like it was doing okay. And then when Drew McIntyre got distracted and by MVP and then lost, I was like, I don't know. I just don't think that something like that would happen. That would be his character, because I'm like, bro, them like guys be yelling all the time. Like, maybe if he would have jumped up on top of the ropes or something, then Drew McIntyre could have swung at him. Then Bobby Lashley could have came up and put him in the full Nelson. Then I'm like, oh, okay, then then that would make sense. But it was like he was just yelling out like, oh, Lashley, like he yelled out something, then distracted Drew, and Drew's looking at him, and then just went back to doing what he was doing. I'm like, I don't think that would happen. I mean, it did, but I just don't think that like that fits in Drew McIntyre's character. I don't think that's something that he would overall like get distracted by. So I wasn't upset about that. Like, the fight could have went in both parties' hands, and I would have been equally happy for both. So it's just dope that Bobby Lashley, because last time Bobby Lashley had a WrestleMania moment was 23. Like, that was like, I think that was like the last like main, because he wasn't, I don't think he was had his WrestleMania moment last year in 36. In 36, that was like, that WrestleMania was crazy because it was like no fans. But okay, the night two, he didn't even have or he didn't even have a match. Oh no, he did. He went up against Aleister Black. Oh, that was the whole Lana situation. Yeah, it's like this man, he comes back. When did he come back? Hold on for a second. I'm like going through a bunch of different things right now. Overall, I just wanted to see when Bobby Lashley came back. Where am I at? What is this? Oh, this is from last year. I was like, fam, what is this? I don't know why it's being weird. Okay, there we go. I was all like, fam, why is it taking me to stuff that I didn't even need to see? Okay. Uh, Strike Force, Mixed Martial Return, Hurt Business, Universal. So he came back the night after WrestleMania 34. And then Intercontinental Championship. At WrestleMania, he lost. Lashley. Oh, so yeah, he lost at WrestleMania 35, lost at WrestleMania 36, and then this was like, yeah, 37 was like the one that he won at. So it's like, fam, like, yeah, like I feel like that those really wouldn't count as WrestleMania moments, but I feel like that this is like you beat one of the biggest names in WWE at the grandest stage of them all. That's good. So shout out to Bobby Lashley for that win. And then this tag team turmoil match. I didn't even know it was a turmoil match until the last minute. Until it was like to the match. I thought for some reason I got it confused with the tornado match. So that's what I was thinking when I did hear about that, or when I seen that match was going to happen. I thought it was like one of them like tornado matches, and it was just going to be a bunch of tag teams going up against each other. That's what I thought it was. But then it was this turmoil match. I was like, oh, okay. So Natalya and Tamina won that. I'm like, that is amazing, cool, dope. Like, you know, now tomorrow night, she's going hands down. My thing is, I was under the impression Tamina, she's hands down going to win the championship. This is it. This is her moment. She is going to have her WrestleMania moment. So I'm gonna get to that. But anyways, so yeah, they won that tag team turmoil match. I thought it was pretty dope. There was who was it? What's that girl's name? Dang, I can't even think. Oh, okay. Well, they have Billy Kay. I could tell she was messing up a lot. Like, if I'm going to talk on that real quick, yeah, Billy Kay was messing up. Mandy Rose slipping and falling. I'm like, that was the highlight to me out that whole match. I love that. It's like, and then freaking Titus O'Neil going to come up from behind her backstage afterwards, talk about, you okay, it happens to the best of us. I'm like, Titus, don't. Because you know what you're doing. So it's like, fam, don't do that to me. Don't you add me to that book. But she slipped. But it was like, due to the conditions. My thing is, though, she had a legitimate reason to slip and fall. Titus O'Neil, that man just be running. I remember when the first time I seen Titus O'Neil in NXT, when it was like the first like season or episode or whatever, and they did like a relay race. And yeah, he slipped and fell trying to hold a container. I think he slipped and fell another time. And then, of course, it was with that Royal Rumble. Dude went all the way underneath the ring. And I'm like, fam, she slipped because of the weather conditions. You slipped just because you felt like slipping. So it's, but no, it's cool, though. Like, it happens. I don't know how many times I had my slip and fall moment. So yeah, like what Titus O'Neil said, it does happen to the best of us. And so, yeah, Natalya and Tamina won that tag team turmoil match, which was good, by the way. And then Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Yeah, they were all like, Cesaro, he hasn't really had like his like WrestleMania moments and stuff. So I really thought that was good, though, because you hear that a lot where wrestlers don't really like pushing over other wrestlers. But I feel like Cesaro's a really big name, so it's like this dude has the talent. This dude should have been fighting for a WWE championship at WrestleMania. Like, that's what I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why is it be taking you guys so long to, like, give a wrestler their moment? Like, you be giving wrestlers, like, time after time after time each year their, like, WrestleMania moments. Like, leave it up. Like, my thing is like, okay, like, wrestlers that hadn't had their WrestleMania moments, like, have that for, like, night one, right? Give them, like, all the moments that they need and things. Or you can have this night two, whichever. But just have it where they have their moments. Because I'm like, fam, it shouldn't have taken them this long just to have a regular singles match with no championship against Seth Rollins. Like, imagine, I feel like if they had been fighting for, like, a WWE champion or the Universal Championship, like, I feel like that match would have been, like, more meaningful. It would have been like, hey, yo, this is, like, it hit home for us and stuff. It was kind of like with Kofi Kingston when he won. So I think it had that same effect to me. I was still happy regardless that he won. But and then this next match, AJ Styles and Omos going up against the New Day. Omos, I'm looking forward to his career. I am. I'm hoping tonight they do have him wrestling or something on because today is Monday and this is like right after WrestleMania. So I'm hoping tonight they have him wrestle. How big is this man? This dude's 26 years old. He ain't no way possible he 2 years older than me, 3 years old. He's 7'3", 400 pounds. That is scary. That is some scary stuff. Like, I won't even want to, like, nah. Even in a wrestling match, I'm like, nah, because this man, he might I might remind him of like somebody from his childhood that he don't really want to think about. Next thing you know, this man done gave me the most monstrous slam of all time. But no, seriously though, like I think that's definitely, if I was like a guest appearance on WWE, I would want to have like, I would want like Omos to like throw me off of the stage or something, have me like slam into a bunch of pyros and then stuff explodes and things like. I would want that because I'm like, yeah, Omos, he that type of person where I'm like, he gonna have his moments. He gonna have more. This is just, I feel like, yeah, this is definitely the start of his career, and it's a dope start. And yeah, this man, obviously, he gonna, it's Raw tonight, fam. So yeah, they were going for the Raw tag team. I forgot like which like tag, like SmackDown tag team, like Raw. But anyways, no, I am happy for his debut, and it was at WrestleMania. So anyways, yeah, shout out to Omos. It's messed up that they beat the New Day because I'm a big fan of the New Day, so I'm like, dang. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, yo, Omos did his thing. So, anyways, and AJ Styles too. But I feel like the main person we were all like, you had no choice but to focus on, because if you focus on anybody else, and it's like, yeah, you might be a true diehard fan of them, but I feel like Omos was the center of attention in that match. Then the next match, which was really had that crazy ending, Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Yeah, that ended crazy. But I thought that whole match was pretty good. Braun Strowman tearing up the cage, honestly, like going back to when this man was flipping trucks and scaring the life out of people, showing him. I feel like now the monster among men is back. Like this is what we needed. This is the Braun Strowman that we like. The man that's like got attacked before the match, was getting hit all across his leg, threw Shane McMahon off the cage. I was like, that's some crazy stuff, man. That's some extremely crazy stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping to see what's gonna be happening tonight. Like yeah, because they always be. I was talking about that in the live stream. Now, by the way, follow me on Twitch at TMossBoss. Anyways, yeah, we were talking about that, how like the Raw after WrestleMania is good. So I'm like, yeah, it should be. And then this is why I'm like, hey yo, night one was lit. Like I like night one because Bad Bunny and Damian Priest going up against The Miz and John Morrison. Hey yo, Bad Bunny, that was a good performance. That was an extremely good performance. I was shocked by how good he was wrestling. Like when the match had started, I was just like, okay, then it's gonna probably be like he gonna tag in Damian Priest, and then he gonna probably do another one of them slams. Dude was wrestling for a while. I'm like, it's funny now that if you go to Wikipedia, they say they have out like his whole name. There's like known by his stage name. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper, singer, songwriter, and professional wrestler. Like they added that in there. There's like as his occupation, they say he's an actual legitimate professional wrestler. There's like, and how he's been like a lifelong professional wrestling fan. There's like, yeah, and they talk on that, and there's like he was a champion and stuff. So yeah, there's like after Saturday night, there's like, oh yeah, dude's a professional wrestler. I'm like, because he done. How my thing is, no, and it's like no disrespect to Billie Kay. Maybe she was just having a bad night or something, but it's like Bad Bunny, this like musical performer, killed it better. Like this dude is like, you don't really hear or see too many like wrestling. This man, he was training hard for all this. I think there's like a trainer had like recently came out, was talking on like how he was training him and stuff, and I'm like, hey yo, man was doing his thing. So that's what I'm like, hey yo, shout out to Bad, like I gotta do that real quick. Shout out to Bad Bunny on that. But anyways, and then the main event of that whole WrestleMania, Bianca Belair going up against Sasha Banks. You know what my favorite moment of that match was? And they didn't capture it on the WWE cameras, but I made a tweet out saying that's why I miss the fans being there, because they capture moments that WWE don't want us to see. But yeah, they were showing how Sasha Banks, she was so happy for Bianca Belair for winning the championship. You could see like her smiling and things. I'm like, that's amazing. I like that. Shout out to Sasha Banks. Like seeing stuff like that where it's like, I'm gonna get to where I need to get to in this, because I'm gonna be ranting about some stuff. But anyways, but no, what was really tripping me out about that match was Sasha, Sasha Banks getting hit with Bianca Belair's like hair / whip, cause man, that thing left a big giant like welt on her side, and I'm like, oh wow, that's actual pain right there. Like you can see that is painful. they after I think it was she won the match, you could see Sasha Banks like looking like, hey, so like what's this? Like, what's this on my side right here? Like, is it that bad? Like, what just happened with this? I'm like, yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, hey, yo, like, my thing is like, if I ever do get into a guest appearance in wrestling, and it so happens to be WWE, and they're all like, okay, so we wanted where you and Bianca Belair kind of get into an argument or something, or you like disrespect her. I'm like, hey, yo, if she hits me with like a clothesline and like throws me in the air and slams me, hey, yo, I'm cool with that. But like to actually, man, I'm telling you, when my coworkers at my old job, when they would take like the towels and hit me with, I'm like, fam, and then I worked at a restaurant, so it was like they out here getting towels and hitting me with it, and I'm like, hey, yo, that stuff sting. I do not want. I'm like, hey, look, I don't mind doing it, but I'm like, just please, just don't have it where she hits me with her hair. I'm like, I can't do that because I'm gonna get to thinking about Django. I'm gonna have some bad memories, and I'm like, I ain't never appearing on wrestling again. So I'm like, I can't do that. But anyways, see, that's what I'm like. I still be having my wrestling dreams. But I'm like, if you want to be going up against wrestlers like that, I'm like, hey, yo, I can't do that. So, but anyways, but no, that was pretty good though. That was pretty good to see Bianca Belair win the champion. I'm saying she's having a very good start into like her like main roster career. Yeah, out here like winning the Royal Rumble and then winning the championship on top. I feel like though, like after you won the Royal Rumble, like you have to win the championship. Like if you don't win the championship, and that's just poor writing for WWE. I feel like that's like it's like an unwritten, but it's a rule though. Like they have to. So, but anyways, so I'm actually gonna end this video. And now I'm gonna go and do like a part 2 for like night 2 and stuff to just like keep it separated and things. So yeah, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Stay tuned for some more videos, and peace.